Alright, okay, let's look at this question. Pause the video. This will be a hot question. Alright, so try to think about it. So 4 apples are selected from a lot of 10 apples, right? Means now this is not an apple, it's 4 apples. So it's involving the combination, right? Permutation and combination. Find the number of possible selection. Find the number of possible selection. So the first statement here is, if you have 4 apples, right? 4 apples, there are 10 apples, right? So how many selection? This will be the selection, means that without the condition, right? There are 10 apples, so the 10 apple you choosing the 4 apple, right? So this is the total possible outcome, right? 10C 4, right? Which giving you 210. 210. And on scrutiny, it was found that 4 of the apples are green, and they are all goods. Means all the green apples are goods. Now the other 6 are red, and 3 of the red are rotten, right? Means the rotten apple is come from the red apple, right? So okay, I have to classify them so that it's easy for me. So if you have green apple, right? Green apple and red apple, right? And red apple. So the one that rotten and not rotten, right? So green apples you have in good condition, right? So not in good condition means not rotten, tidak rotten. So will be 4, right? 4 green apple, and all are goods, right? All are goods. Not rotten means all are good. And the 3 red apples are rotten, and the 3 red apple which is in good condition. So total up, you have 10 of its 10 apples, right? So this is already like we classify the apple into green and color and rotten or not rotten, right? Okay, now in this case that the question is already defined for you. Event X and Y are defined as, very important. So that's why I write an NS there, 10C4. Why 10C4? Because 10 apple, they doesn't care about they are green, they are red, or they are rotten or not rotten. As long as it is apple, 10 apple, I choose 4 apple, right? Selection. This is all the possible outcomes, right? The total possible outcomes. So now we go for events, the question required. Let's look at X. X is the event that of the 4 apple chosen, means among these 210, among the 210, you have 10C4, right? Choose 4 apple. So where the 2 are green and 2 are red, they don't care they are rotten or not rotten, as long as they are 2 are green and 2 are red. So what is the events of X, right? X. So they are already defined for you, very easy. So it means that NX is the event where the 4 apples chosen, 2 are green and 2 are red. So 2 are green. How many green? 4 green, right? Choosing 2 green, right? 2 green and 2 are red. Means that how many red? In 6 red, right? They don't care they are rotten or not rotten. They said must be have 2 red. So means that it's 6 choosing 2, right? So you were getting 90, right? 90 of it. 90 of it. So means that the probability of finding the event X will be you taking the 4C2 multiplied with 6C2 divided by 10C4, which is 90 over with 210. Alright, 90 over 210 will be 3 over 7. 3 over 7. So this is a probability of X that the question defined. Alright, okay, let's look at event Y, right? The Y. So from here, you read carefully. Y, event that 4 apple chosen, right? Event that 4 apple are chosen, 1 is rotten, right? 4 apple chosen, 1 is rotten. So means that the Y. Okay, let's look at the condition Y. Remember the statement there. They said what? 4 apple are chosen, 1 is rotten. What does it mean by 1 is rotten? Means that it's either rotten or not rotten. In this case, they don't care about the color, right? The color is not important because you see the event Y, they never mention about the color also, right? They just said event that of the 4 apples chosen, 1 is rotten. How many rotten apple? 3 rotten apple, right? 3 rotten apple means the 3 rotten apple, 1 is rotten, right? 1 is rotten, right? 1 is rotten means 3. So there is another 7 goods one. So you have how many apple you want? You want to select 4 apple. 1 is rotten. So you need another 3, right? 3 good apple to make it 4 apple. So 7 good apples, choosing 3. So you are getting 105. 105. So means the probability of Y, right? The probability of Y, the probability of event Y, right? 1 apple is rotten is 7C3 multiplied with 3C1 divided by 10C4, right? Which give you 105 divided by 210, 1 over 2, right? 1 over 2 of the apples, 1 over 2 of the events, or of the probability, right? This is the probability that the 4 apples chosen, 1 is rotten. So you know that the answer will be 1 over 2, right? So hope you understand what's the meaning of event X, event Y. Alright, let's look at the next one. This one is the one that you should think more, right? It's X intersecting Y. So when you read about X intersecting Y, mathematically it should follow the condition for this, right? It should follow X and Y, right? Means what is meaning by intersection? Means that the condition of this, you have to combine these two conditions, right? Must be obey the rule of these two conditions. So the first rule is the event X is, they said that the 4 apples chosen. Okay, let's look at X first, right? Let's look at X first. The event X intersecting Y, right? X intersecting Y means it must consist the events of X and events of Y. First, event X said what? Event X said that 4 apples chosen, 2 are green. 2 must be green and 2 must be red. Right? So, and event Y, okay, so you try to listen carefully, right? You try to listen carefully. So, when I say that 2 are green and 2 are red, why is 2 green, 2 and green and 2 are red? You look at here, X is event that 4 apples chosen, 2 are green and 2 are red. Syarat pertama, 2 green, 2 red. Syarat kedua, the intersection means that you must see the second event here, Y, which is the 4 apples chosen, 1 is rotten. In that 2 green and 2 red from the event X, 1 must be rotten. Y said 1 must be rotten. Means that the rotten apple must be come from the red apple, right? Must be come from the red apple. Because green apple, all is good apple, right? So means that 4C2. You must have 2 green apple. This one is straight away choose. But for this, I have to divide to 2 possible. Means that you must have 2 green apple, 2 red apple. Okay, the Y is what? Y is the event that 1 is rotten. Only 1 is rotten. Means that there are another 2 red apple, 2 red apple. 1 must be rotten, 1 must be rotten, 1 must be not rotten. The meaning is like that. The combination of these 2 events. So, and okay, then what is red? The red, you have 3 bad apple and 3 good apple, right? So means the 3 good apple you're choosing 1, the 3 rotten apple you're choosing 1, right? So this is already follow the 2 condition. Sudah mengikuti syarat kedua-dua ini. Syarat pertama ialah mesti 2 hijau, 2 merah, right? 2 merah. Dan Y kata 1 mesti rosak. 1 mesti rosak. Rosak itu mesti datang daripada merah. Sebab merah ada 1 yang rosak. So, 3 yang rosak. 3 baik, 3 rosak. So, 3 rosak pilih 1. 3 yang baik pilih 1. So, then now you have 1 rotten apple inside there. Right? 1 rotten apple. So, then if they ask you to find the probability of X intersecting Y, very simple. You just take this 4C2 times with 3C1 times with 3C1 divide by the total selection, which is 10C4, right? 210. So then you are getting your probability, which is 54, right? Which is the 54 divided by 54 divided by 210, all right? Divided by 210. So which give you 9/35 is your answer for probability of X intersecting Y, right? So this is for part C, all right? This is a very good question. All right, okay, look at the part D, right? Part D, probability of Y given X. Y given X, so you can use the formula for conditional probability, right? Conditional probability defined it for part D, right? For part D, so the probability of Y given X can be written as Y intersecting X, right? Y intersecting X divide by the, what is given, right? Probability of X, right? As you know that Y intersecting X is the same, right? X intersecting Y divided by probability of X, right? So you have, you already know the probability of X intersecting Y, which is 9/35 divided by the probability of X is found to be 3/7, right? 3/7. So from the calculation here, you can write as 9/35 multiply with 7/3, right? 7, 5, 35, 3, 3, 9. So total up, you're getting 3/5, right? 3/5. So this is the probability for the for this question, part D. All right. So the most important, you understand all the events here. All right. I think that's all for this video.